Happy Friday, Sequoia. I'm Evan, and I'm here with Peyton. We're back with our 6th edition of KSEQ, the official news channel of Sequoia.
Evan, I'm super excited for our April news. We have a lot of great things to announce. To start off, we want to remind everyone about our upcoming spring break from the 15th to the 22nd of April.
Yeah, I'm super excited for spring break because a lot of the 8th graders are going to Washington, D.C. I know that I'm going, and I'm looking forward to exploring the capital of the United States with my friends. I hope the cherry blossom trees are in bloom. They're so beautiful.
And for all of you that are just relaxing at home, have a fun and awesome spring break before returning to school. Another thing I'm excited about is our new sports segment with Owen and Joey. Guys, what's the sports scoop?
Hey Sequoia Bears, today we'll be talking all about baseball.
It's good to be here, Owen. I play second base and center field for Sandlot. What team or teams do you play for, and what position?
I play third base and pitcher for Venom. I like pitching a lot, and I've been playing for about 10 years. Joey, what's your favorite part about playing baseball?
First of all, I've also played for 10 years, but my favorite part of playing baseball is the stress and fun involved with going up to bat or making a good play, like a diamond catch.
That's awesome. So enough about us. We're going to be listing some of the best players in the MLB.
Our first player is Los Angeles Angels pitcher Shohei Ohtani. He won Silver Slugger, and he was the AL MVP. The Silver Slugger Award is for the best offensive player in the league for each position. His average for batting was 257, and he had 46 home runs. Next is first and third baseman Vladimir Guerrero Jr. with the Toronto Blue Jays. He was a runner-up for AL MVP and won a Silver Slugger as well. His average was 311, and he had 48 home runs.
And lastly, there's right fielder Mookie Betts for the Los Angeles Dodgers. He also won a Silver Slugger. His batting average was 264 with 23 home runs.
These are all great players for many different reasons, but I'd say my favorite is Shohei Ohtani because he is such a beast and he is so fun to watch pitching, but even more to watch hitting.
Well, that's all for now. Here's to the 2022 baseball season.
Thanks for that awesome segment on baseball, guys. I never knew all those stats before. Go Tigers!
Yeah, Evan, it's funny to listen to Owen teasing Miss Stevenson about the Detroit Tigers because they're such a good team. Anyway, are you like me and want a snack after playing a sport?
Yeah, I always want a sweet treat after exercising.
Lucky for us, we have a chef working hard in her kitchen. What's cooking, Madison?
Hey guys, welcome to Baking with Madison. And today, we're going to learn how to make a no-bake cheesecake. The supplies you'll need are a measuring cup, some measuring spoons, a spatula and a bowl, a handheld electric mixer, and a pie plate. The ingredients you will need are 4 tablespoons of melted butter, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and 1.5 cups of cold milk. First, you're going to mix the melted butter with the crust mix and 2 tablespoons of sugar. Then you're going to mix until you see that the crust has formed. Then you're going to pour it in to the pie plate and then press all around. Then you're going to set your pie plate aside. You will take the bowl, pour the filling mix in, and take your 1.5 cups of cold milk and put the electric mixer on low until it thickens. I already pre-made my mix, so I'm ready for the next step. Your mix, and spoon it over the crust. Then you're going to refrigerate for 1 hour. It's been an hour, now it's time to take it out of the fridge. Now let's add the strawberries. Feel free to add the toppings you would like. Now you're ready to enjoy this delicious treat. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks for that cool recipe, Madison. I will definitely be making that no-bake cheesecake at home.
It is for sure a good, easy recipe that we can all make.
And it sounds like if you make 2, you can share them with your friends.
Wait, do you hear that?
Yeah, I do. It sounds like Camille and Soph are back to work.
Hey guys, I'm Camille,
And I'm Soph.
and today we're going to talk about the power of music.
So first off, why do we enjoy music so much, Camille?
Well, in a study published by Nature Neuroscience, researchers found that dopamine release is strongest when a piece of music reaches an emotional peak and the listener feels chills, the spine-tingling sensation of excitement and awe. That may explain why we like music.
Wow, holy dang, that was a lot of cool information. I didn't know that. I've always wondered why sometimes I would get chills when I listen to music. But did you know that music can also be super beneficial to your mental health, especially if you play an instrument?
It's also a great learning curve that can teach you a lot of lessons, like patience, responsibility, and consistency.
That's true too, Camille. Playing an instrument is proven to help anxiety, mood, mental alertness, and memory.
And playing an instrument is also super fun and exciting. It is honestly a great hobby to have, and it can be a great boost of confidence and skill, especially if you learn or play with friends.
And when you learn a favorite song?
Or when you challenge yourself to learn a new chord or tab, like this.
Wow, holy dang, that was pretty okay. Actually, Camille and I are planning to hang out and play guitars and drums together soon.
Yeah, it's always better with a friend.
And even though we're not that good,
It's the experience that matters.
thanks for listening in, and I hope this video inspires you to start playing an instrument or just find some great rhythm and facts.
Thanks, Soph and Camille. That sure does sound like heaven.
Yeah, that was really good. You want to hear another really good song, Peyton?
Sure, why not?
Isn't that a great song, Peyton?
Yeah, I know the students definitely loved it.
It's gonna be stuck in my head all break now. Speaking of break, what are you planning to do?
I think I'm probably gonna go swimming, maybe finish my book list, finally. And I think I'm going for a few bike rides. But that's only if I can, because my bike has a flat.
Well, Peyton, lucky for you, Victor was planning to teach us some bike tips today. Here he is now.
Hello and welcome to Cycle Sequoia. Today I will be showing you what to do if your chain falls off. Now, this happens to people a lot, and it's a very common issue. It can happen whenever, wherever. So, a lot of times people think it's too tight. I can't get it to get back on. Well, if it falls off, it's just hanging there, and it's super tight where you can't move it. You'll need to take this, which is called the derailleur, and you'll need to push it towards the front of the bike to loosen up the chain. Then you can pull the bottom and get it on whichever chain or gear that you were on when it fell off. So it's very similar for the front gears too, if you have a derailleur in the front or multiple gears. So you'll do the same as with the back, where you take the rear derailleur and you push it forwards towards the front of the bike. Now, if the chain has fallen off, you will need to take your now loose chain and put it on whatever gear you had it on before it fell off. It can be a little tricky, but you'll need to line up the chain with the little spikes or knobs on your gear. Then you will let go of the rear derailleur, it will lock up, and you will see that it now seamlessly rotates the wheel. Make sure you don't put it on the wrong gear or the gear you weren't in before it fell off, because then it can cause some problems with its shifting and it can cause some damage to the chain. Thank you for watching Cycle Sequoia. See you back in the studio.
Thanks, Victor. These tips will be very helpful in the future.
That was cool, but you might not get so much riding done that week unless you want to ride in the rain.
That's true, Evan. I should really ask my friend Zoe about the weather so I know what the weather will look like. So, Zoe, what's the forecast?
Thank you, Evan and Peyton. So far this week has been mostly sunny and toasty warm, and since we live in SoCal, the weather shouldn't change much this month, except with the exception of a few rainy and cloudy days with a chance of meatballs. Let's check in with our field reporter. What's the weather looking like today?
It's warm with some slight wind, so make sure that you drink plenty of water and have a jacket on hand in case there's more wind and the weather gets colder. You also want to make sure that you have all your papers secure in your binders and folders. That way they don't fly away. Thank you so much. Back to you, Zoe.
Thanks, field reporter Zoe. I'm sure everyone can agree that losing papers due to the wind is always unfun and can ruin a day. So please make sure that your papers are secure in your binder, just like field reporter Zoe said. Back to you guys in the studio.
Great job predicting the weather, Zoe. I know that's really hard to do here in Newbury Park. Sometimes it's rainy and the next minute it's sunny.
Exactly. And speaking of the weather, Evan, I have a joke for you.
Please no.
So, what happens when the fog lifts in California?
I don't know.
UCLA.
Mine are better.
Try me.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
You know.
You know who?
Exactly. About a cadaver, muggle.
You're too funny.
I know.
Speaking of Harry Potter, did you know that the new Fantastic Beasts movie comes out on April 15th?
No, I had no idea. It's really cool, but I know that Cameron and Jack know about a lot of new movies coming out.
That's right. Here they are now.
Thanks, Peyton. There's quite a few new movies coming out right now, and even more blockbusters over the summer. But today, Jack and I want to focus on 3 movies that are going to be amazing.
The first movie we'll be talking about is the new Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. It comes out on May 6th.
Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness is about what happens after Doctor Strange opens a portal to that leads to the multiverse using a forbidden spell, which then a massive threat arrives from the portal and becomes too much for Strange to handle. This is going to be an epic movie.
The next movie we'll talk about is Jurassic World Dominion, coming out on June 10th.
The movie takes place 4 years after the destruction of Isla Nublar, letting dinosaurs and humans coexist. The future of mankind hangs in the balance as predatory dinosaurs destroy the ecosystem.
Our last one is The Bad Guys, which comes out April 22nd. Perfect for spring break. It's about 5 renowned, but deeply misunderstood criminals who decide to become good people to not have to go to prison. It is presented by DreamWorks and based on a book by the same name from Aaron Blabby. Well, that's it. Grab some popcorn, some soda, and some candy. Out to the movie theater. Back to you in the studio.
That's so cool. I'm looking forward to seeing some of these movies.
I'm a huge fan of movies, but even more so, I'm a huge fan of learning new things about our teachers at Sequoia.
Well, lucky for you, we have Justin and Raymond with Teacher Connections.
Hey, I'm here with Mr. Bostic. Mr. Bostic, for how long have you been teaching at Sequoia?
So I've been teaching at Sequoia for 19 years. Actually, I've been teaching for 21, but 19 at Sequoia.
It's pretty cool. Pretty long time. I've only been here for like 2 years, so.
That's a long time.
Yeah. Mr. Bostic, what was your first job?
So my very first job was bagging groceries at a grocery store called Kroger. They own Ralph's, so it's a lot like Ralph's.
Like Ralph's? How old were you at that time?
15 and a half. Yeah.
Mr. Bostic, if you could travel back in time to a historical moment, what historical moment would you go to and why?
I would go and see Abraham Lincoln give the Gettysburg Address.
Totally.
Yeah, I've stood actually in the cemetery where he gave the address and kind of got chills just standing there, so I can't imagine what it would be like to actually hear him.
Totally, that sounds so cool. Thank you, Mr. Bostic, and I appreciate what you do for the kids here at Sequoia.
Thank you.
Our last teacher connection was with Mr. Bernstein. I'm guessing you have played or still currently play sports. What's your favorite sport and why?
Probably baseball, because that's what I grew up on, although there's not as many opportunities to play baseball as an adult, so I'm doing a lot of tennis and golf now, but it was originally baseball.
Sounds pretty cool, Mr. Bernstein. Do you have a favorite team and why?
Probably the Angels for baseball, because again, my ties to baseball, and that's the team I started watching back in probably 2nd or 3rd grade, and they've stuck with me.
Sounds pretty cool. You've had a team that you've always known.
Yep.
Sounds pretty cool.
A lot of years.
What's your favorite part about teaching physical education and why?
I just love being active outdoors and teaching the kids some games and sports they may have never tried before or maybe didn't realize they liked, and once we start playing them, they realize it's something they want to do, and I enjoy still the competition of things with them, so it's pretty cool.
Totally. It's always cool to try something.
Yep.
Thank you, Mr. Bernstein.
You're welcome, guys. Have a good one. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, you two. It's so cool to learn more about some of our awesome teachers at Sequoia.
Just an FYI before we cut off, always remember our school motto. Take care of yourself by staying cool and collected during spring break.
Take care of each other by keeping yourselves safe and happy.
And take care of this place by cleaning up your trash and making sure to keep our campus clean. Why? Because at Sequoia, we all fit together.
This is KSEQ wishing everyone a great rest of your day and a fun and healthy, safe upcoming weekend and spring break. This is Peyton
and Evan signing off.